7:27 on your Monday morning. This morning, the holiday season officially here. And as much as we love it, they come with a whole lot of stress. For some of our friends and relatives dealing with and are battling with recovery, though, and addiction, that pressure means an uphill fight. But there are ways to cope. So joining me this morning for tips to make it through, I've got Willingway's Director of Communications, Robin Mooney, and Communications Coordinator, Janice Ellington. Ladies, I am so thrilled to have you here this morning.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, great to have you here. Now, we got to chit-chat a little bit. I was kind of excited about this interview. So we talked a little bit last week. I mean, it's a great time of year. But for some of our friends and family, I mean, it really comes with some challenges. Like what?
Well, for example, addiction affects about 10% of the population, roughly 10%, which means that if you're going to host a holiday party or attend a holiday party, you can bet that about 10% of the people there are going to have some sort of addiction. But you may not necessarily know that.
Right. And so you've got to be equipped, not just those who are the recovering addicts, but also their friends and family. How? I mean, what are some tips that we can deal with?
Well, it's always nice to be sensitive to people that may have an addiction problem or just may not want to drink and party during the holidays. And it's nice to always have an alternative, some type of a punch or some type of a drink available that's
Something
not
else that they could
alcoholic.
Drink, right.
Yes.
Okay, but that's not it. I mean, we've even got some coping measures too. For example, if we could put that list back up, please. If you are going to be going to a party, you need to make arrangements.
Yes. Plan ahead. Always take your own car so you have a great escape route if you need to leave, if you're feeling uncomfortable. Take a friend with you, someone else that's on the same track, same goals as you have, and that want to maybe have a sober holiday season. And that's always a safe and enjoyable way. You can have a buddy with you.
And let's be honest, some of our friends and our relatives, they can be a little crazy.
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's right.
And sometimes you have to limit the time around your relatives during the holidays because they can absolutely make you crazy even though you love them to death.
Yeah, I mean, it's the honest truth. So, I mean, what does it take just to get through? Is it constantly meeting with folks? I mean, if you're going to be out of town, for example?
Well, go ahead,
Sure,
Janice.
yeah. I mean, if you're planning out-of-town travel, you can plan ahead and find 12-step meetings in the areas that you're going to. You can even call ahead and ask, is somebody going to be there? Can I meet someone there? Have phone numbers, have a safe plan.
Right.
What can I do? Who can I call if I get in a situation or I just get nervous and need to talk?
Okay. But I mean, it's not, for those of us who are outside of addiction and recovery, it's not just as simple as get over it.
No,
Oh gosh, no.
absolutely not. No, you can't just stop. I mean, it's something that it's really a genetic disease, and it is a disease. And so many people think it's just a behavioral or a, what would you call it? I can't think of the word, but they think
Learned behavior.
Yeah,
It's something that you're just
It's
putting
much more than
on.
that.
or a character defect, and it's a disease, and you have to treat it like one.
Okay. All right, so for those of us who have questions, let's take a look at that very last graphic. Again, these ladies are from Willingway. It is a hospital that deals specifically with addiction and recovery treatments. Now, the number right there on the screen, 1-800-242-9455. If you have any trouble this holiday, that's a great way to get in touch with resources. And of course, I will have all of this information posted on our website, WJCL.com, a little bit later on this morning, so you can share those tips and coping methods with your friends and relatives this holiday season. Ladies,
Thank you so much for having us.
yeah, I really appreciate you being here this morning.
Thank you.
All right, everybody, it is 27 minutes after 7 on your Monday morning. Coming up, your top stories plus Savannah getting in the Christmas spirit. We'll tell you how. Stay with us. Be right back.